continue with the conversation, and I appreciate again those people who are keen to follow the conversations that have been going on for several months now. And we have been dealing with a very, very important quality of character. And since we address this from a leadership perspective, we've been talking about sincerity. And the opposite of being sincere is being insincere or being deceptive. And Proverbs 17 verse 7 in the GNT translation says, respected people do not tell lies. Respected people do not tell lies. And it is so important for us to consider this quality, character quality of sincerity. And I want to make a very passionate appeal to all those people entrusted with leadership to understand how important it is to be truthful. One of the things that happens when people are taking office, they take an oath of office within, whether it's within Africa or internationally, people will either lift Bible or lift a Quran, and there are certain declarations they make. For those of us who have worked in government, and I worked in government for several years in my area, working life, and at one time I worked in what was defined as a secret registry, where you actually swear that the things that you will get to know because of that position are things you're going to keep as confidential. And sometimes it becomes a very, very great concern, even when you are working with people as a leader and there is some among you who are not honest or truthful, so that information that is not supposed to go out there goes out there because there was someone who is unfaithful or who is not truthful. And I want to challenge those in leadership, in whatever form of leadership. It's right now, as we are recording this program, there's a lot of issues that are going on around the world. We have seen the tragedy of what has happened in DRC Congo, and the conflict that has caused a lot of pain and uncertainty. We do know there's been a serious war within the Middle East, which has taken too long, from the invasion of Hamas, the terror group, against Israel, and the Israel response. And sometimes when you examine the destruction in Gaza Strip, you ask yourself, was that invasion worth what has happened? And of course, we do have what is happening between Russia and Ukraine, and the current leader, or the current president of the United States, Donald Trump, had promised that he would try to resolve the conflict within the Middle East and within the conflict between Russia and Ukraine in a matter of days. But we are waiting to see what will be the full effect of the efforts that he continues to make. But in all these things, when you hear both sides talking, sometimes you wonder who is talking the truth and who is lying. There is the blame game in the both sides of the conflict. But for our purposes, we have seen things that have happened not too distant from us because of insincerity. Right now, some of the things we have observed as a country, and sometimes if we watch some of the things that happen within our parliament, whether it's the National Assembly and the Senate, you hear things that leaders say. And in the recent past, we have had leaders told to substantiate or withdraw. This is all expressing the importance of leaders being responsible of communicating things that they know are truthful. One of the most disturbing things that we have been dealing with, and this is a very, very serious crisis in our country, is what happens in the space of social media. And the people in social media always create things that are supposed to create certain forms of emotions to the people who read them. And many times you make a choice. Sometimes you cannot, there are things that will come because sometimes you will just be wanting to go through, and then there are things that are being posted. Most of what happens actually not true. And I want to pray that God would intervene in our country to ensure that we don't have people, whatever age you are, that you think you can thrive or succeed by calling out deceptions. And it seems that they are looking for subscribers, and they bring issues of reporting that sometimes are so odd. I do know very well that in this country we have even been treated with information that people have died when they are not dead. I remember one time I was in the US and an announcement, a communication was going out that a certain leader was dead. And then I had to call somebody who is within the media industry to confirm and say, no, that's a lie, and that person is still there. And sometimes I wonder, why would you wish anybody dead? It's such a cruel thing. And all this is in the name of being insincere, being a person given to deception. That's why that passage in the book of Proverbs is so good, that respected people do not tell lies. So if you want to be respected by people, purpose that you are going to be truthful. Yours will be the truth. And you will not, under whatever form of pressure, be deceptive. It is so sad to observe and know that there are people who have learned the skill of manipulating others for their selfish advantage. All those of us who are entrusted with leadership is a high call. And the Bible does say that we'll be held on a higher accountability. And that's why it said not many should desire to be leaders, because leaders will be held on a higher account. But it's my sincere prayer, because we want to make the world a better place. Of course, we can't make it perfect, because there are so many factors that challenge that aspect of perfection. But we can have a better country, a better community, a better world, if we can have more sincere, truthful leaders. If you want to be respected, it's a choice. You lose respect when you are deceptive. God bless you. We look forward for the next time we converse.